Okay? Eccentric bolted connections. So, ano ba to? Okay? So, okay, reflect natin to. Okay? So, eccentric bolted connection is actually, ang practical application is yung mga corbel like so. So, ito is a corbel in RC, no? RC corbel. So, if we would, ano kasi, if you would, usually pag sinabing corbel, ang function niyan is to carry any loads na apply doon sa kanya. And usually makita mo 'yan sa ano, sa columns, no? May ganito na nagki-carry ng load. So, ang practical application pa nito usually bumubuhat 'to, no, or sumasalo ng weight ng beams or girder or any load na nakapatong doon. Okay? So, for example, ito yung beams natin. Any reaction ng beams na 'yon, magiging load dito sa ano, sa pinaka-corbel mo. Okay? Ang in terms of steel naman, okay? In terms of steel naman, yung somehow similar to corbel in RC is itong steel column bracket. So basically ang ginagawa dito is dun sa column flange mo like so, nagbo-bolt ka, no? Nagbo-bolt ka like so. So kung titingin ka dito sa view na 'to, okay? Sa view na 'yan, ito yung makita mo. Okay? So meron tayong dalawang sabihin natin somehow gasket plate, no? Or yeah, column bracket na nakakabit dito on this side of the wide flange, no? And then also on the other side, okay? Tapos meron tayong plate na yan, yung magenta, and whatever load P na in-apply mo doon sa plate na yan, it would be equally shared by the column bracket. Okay? By common sense, no? Okay? And also, no, from yung problem pa na to, pala na to, in terms of the name itself, no, eccentric bolt connection, kung sa mga previous problem natin, ang assumption natin is that yung ating load P na applied sa bolted connection is passing through the bolt centroid. No, common sense in terms of this example, yung bolt centroid mo andito. Okay? Andito. So, ang mga problem natin, ina-assume natin, tumatama, no, yung ating load P doon sa bolt group centroid. Halimbawa, dyan naka-apply. Okay? So, madali lang yun. No? Madali lang yun eh. So, dito, iba na yung scenario kasi nga, as you could see, meron ka ng tinatawag na eccentricity. So, ito yung bolt group. No? Yan yung bolt group. And yung load P na applied as depicted. Okay? Ito yung bolt, centroid ng bolt. And then you have this load P. Okay? Load P. So, hindi na siya passing through the bolt group centroid. And ano siya, meron ka ng eccentricity. Okay? Meron ka ng eccentricity at that direction. Okay? Okay? So, let me emphasize lang, no? At this example, wala na tayong yung ating applied load is not passing to the bolt group centroid and meron ka ng eccentricity. So, paano ba ang gagawin? Okay? So, siguro magbigay pa tayo ng isang problem, okay? For eccentric bolt connection. So, itong figure na to, no? We have a column bracket like so and nag-apply tayo ng load P at a certain angle. So, to simplify our calculation, we could resolve this into component. So, you can see meron tayong component P sub Y and component P sub X. Okay? Now, the next step is to simplify our calculations, i-move natin tong mga loads na to dun sa bolt group centroid. Okay? Okay? So from this centroid, ililipat natin 'yon. So ang mangyayari ngayon is yung P sub Y and P sub X nalipat na siya dun sa bolt group centroid. To account for that analysis, we need to also consider yung effect ng load P with its eccentricity. Okay? So since eccentric yung loads mo, magkakaroon ka ng torque P dito due to that eccentric load. Okay? So we need to also account yung loads na yon dun sa ating bolt group, yung torque P. Okay? So by the way, merong isa pang topic, no? Yung topic na to, makita niyo sa on the screen, is eccentric bolt connection, shear only. Okay? Mayroon pang isang topic which is shear plus tension. Okay? I would not discuss those type of problem but would focus only on eccentric bolt connection, shear only. Okay? I would let you do the reading na lang, okay? Now, so basically yun lang yung nangyari, no? We resolve into component tapos we applied it on the bolt group centroid tapos kung merong equivalent torque or moment, we applied it like so. Okay? Now, in terms of analysis ng eccentric bolt connection, you have two methods to choose two. Yung first step is the elastic method, which is the simplified and the most conservative approach kasi mas malaki yung value na na-calculate mo. Okay, and the instantaneous center of rotation method, would not discuss this one. I would let you do the reading if you're interested. No? Sa board exam kasi usually na lumalabas itong elastic method, no? Ang ginagamit natin. Okay? On this slide, I just enumerated lahat ng steps or all the steps for conducting an elastic analysis method for bolted connection. Okay? So ayan, locate mo muna daw yung bolt group centroid, calculate reaction due to direct load P, and apply torque T. No? Tapos total reaction at each bolt. Okay? Tapos merong clue dito, no, na we could verify later, no, after our calculations. Okay? Okay, so emphasize ko lang tong step 2, calculate reaction due to direct load P. Okay? As you could see, no, ang applicable lang naman dito, by the way, on this Sa mga applicable na rule on this problem is yung tinatawag nating Newton's third law, no? Newton's third law. So, yung Newton's third law, ang sabi doon, for every action, there's an equal but opposite reaction. Okay? So, which mean to say, since nilipat natin yung direct load P sub Y and P sub X doon sa bolt group centroid, if focus tayo on the load P sub X, okay? Load P sub X, ang mangyayari dapat merong magre-resist doon sa load P sub X na to, which is going to the right, no? Dapat merong magre-resist, and that is the reaction R sub dx na going to the left. Okay? So ang mangyayari ngayon, since yung itong load P na to is passing to the centroid of bolt group, magiging equally shared na lang, no? Equally shared lang yung bubuhatin ng lahat ng bolt in terms of R sub dx. Okay? Similarly, if it's R sub dy, or sorry, P sub y, no? Or P sub y, ganun din, it's going down. So meaning, yung reaction natin is going up, no? Equally shared, no? R sub dy. Okay? For the step 3, meron tayong na-derive na formula dito. Okay, gusto ko lang i-emphasize, no? R sub tx, okay, R sub tx. R sub tx, which is, ito yung equation niya, and R sub ty, okay, same set of equation. The question is, paano ba na-derive yan? Okay? So, yeah, ipakita lang natin. Pero sa board exam, guys, no, hindi ka dapat mag-derive, dapat memorize mo na to. Okay? Kasi we have a limited time, so you should be able to memorize these values. Okay? So ang sabi natin, no, third law ni Newton, no, that is for every action. So halimbawa, inassume natin na yung ating torque is acting like so, no, ito yung direction ng ating torque T. Okay? Clockwise. Yung ating torque T. So dapat merong mag-resist na mga reaction. Okay? So to obviously, since clockwise yung ating torque T, dapat yung ikot ng ating mga reaction at mga bolts is somehow counterclockwise. You can see here, no, na ikot niyan is counterclockwise. Okay? Sige. So skip natin yan and let's proceed dun sa actual na calculation na sa formula. Okay? So assuming na we're interested at bolt I, at bolt letter I, okay? Ang mangyayari is ganito. Okay? So pakita natin lahat. Yung bolt I na yan, meron niyang radius, okay? Tapos meron siyang angle theta. Okay? Now, yung radius na yan, as depicted dito, i-copy lang natin dyan, meron niyang dalawang component or dalawang distance. Yung distance x sub I and distance y sub I. Okay? For that radius of bolt I. Now, if you would draw a 90 degree dun sa line na yan, and ito yon, si R sub t, no, reaction at bolt IT, meron niyang dalawang component, yung R sub tx and R sub ty. So, ipakita lang natin. Okay? Ito yung dalawang component. Now, itong horizontal component na to, pwede natin ito ilipat sa baba no? Para maging close triangle. No? But, anyways, itong angle daw na to, angle theta. Okay? So, paano na-derive yun? Okay? Ipakita natin. So, this is theta sub I, meaning this angle is also theta sub I. No? Yung triangle na to, it's a right triangle. So, meaning this is 90 degree. Okay? Kung 90 degree yan, itong angle na to, okay, sabihin natin angle alpha, is, by using, the rules of complementary angle, no? Pag sinabi natin complementary angle, itong angle theta and angle alpha, dapat yung summation nito 90 degree. Okay? 90 degree. Now, kung angle alpha to, tapos sabi natin meron tayong blue na reaction and that is at perpendicular at radius r sub I, no? Kung this angle alpha and theta is complementary angle and we could say na itong angle na to, okay? Itong angle na to should be also theta, okay? Theta sub I. Okay? From that, no? I-emphasize lang natin, this is R sub tx, this is R sub ty. Itong blue, that is simply the R sub t. Okay? The R sub t. We could analyze it further, okay? By using the component R sub tx and R sub ty. In terms of R sub tx, no? Related siya on R sub t, no? By equating R sub tx is equals to R sub t sin theta, no? Ito kasi yung yung theta, no? Tapos ito yung R sub tx. So ano ba yung relationship niya? Well, para makalculate mo yung R sub t, okay, R sub t, sorry, ang sabi kasi natin R sub t is equal to sin theta, and sin theta is simply, based on trigonometric function, that is sin is opposite over hypotenuse. Okay? So kung ito yung angle theta natin, yung opposite natin is R sub tx. Okay? And yung adjacent natin is yung R sub t. Okay? So ito na yun. Basically, ito na yun. And if we would relate yung sin theta dun sa triangle natin na to, na may radius r sub I for hypotenuse, x sub I and y sub I as are the leg, no? We could say na based on this angle theta, yung sin or simply, no, so katawa, our trigonometric function. So, ibig sabihin, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Okay? So, on this triangle, ano ba yung opposite natin? So, that is that is distance, itong distance na to, which is synonymous with this distance, y sub I. Okay? That's the definition of sine over hypotenuse, which is r sub I. So, ito na yon. Okay? Y sub I over r sub I. Okay? Similarly, for r sub ty, that is r sub t cosine theta sub I. Okay? Yung cosine, ang ibig sabihin nito is adjacent over hypotenuse, which means to say, kung babalikan natin itong triangle na to, yung adjacent natin is si x sub I, yung hypotenuse natin si si r sub I, which is ito na yun. Okay? So tawagin natin equation A and B. Okay? Itong dalawang to. Now, kailangan pa natin ng siguro mga tatlong equations pa to arrive on our equation. On your strength of materials or mechanics of deformable bodies, I don't know if saan in-introduce sa inyo yun, yung formula for the shearing stress of a circular section or a shaft, no? Ang sabi is the shearing stress is equal to tau is equal to torque P multiplied by the radius R divided by the polar moment of inertia. Okay? So, may additional tayong equation. Okay? So, yung another set of equation natin, nakukunin natin yung basic na alam natin sa steel design, stress is equal to P over A. No? Rearrange natin, that is P is equals to stress times A. Okay? So, yung P na yan, okay? In terms of the reaction R sub T, yun, no? Yun yung load eh. Okay? Yung stress, no? In terms of this equation, ito naman yun. Okay? Itong shearing stress. Okay? And yung area, okay, in terms of the equation would be the area of bolts. Okay? Okay? So, sana nasusundan, no? In terms of the tau, no, or the shearing stress, substitute natin yung equation, that is torque times R or the radius divided by the polar moment of inertia. Ito na yun. Sabihin natin this is equation C. Okay? Now, the formula for J or the polar moment of inertia is simply the integral of R times differential area, no, which is also equal to this summation of R sub I times A sub B. No? Sabihin natin this is equation D. Now, let's use equation D to substitute in equation C. No? So, ano ba yung mga dalawa na yun? Ito. Okay, substitute natin to dun sa equation. Okay. We will have this equation. R sub T is equal to A sub B. So, saan ba nanggaling to? Para mas malinaw lang. Ito yun, no? A sub B. Okay? Torque R and J. Okay? And then, we would simplify it further by substitute. No? Kasi, on this equation, may maka-cancel out eh. No? Yung A sub B, maka-cancel out. A sub B din dito. Ang matitira is torque R over summation of R sub I. Okay? Okay? Ito yung equation E natin. Now, by common sense, kung gagamitin natin yung Pythagorean theorem, no, R squared is equal to X squared plus Y squared, you would have this equation. Okay? Ito equation na to for the summation R sub I. Ipa-plug in natin dito. Okay? So, I think parehas lang dito. Sabihin natin equation F to. Now, substitute natin lahat. Okay? From R sub Tx, dun sa previous slide, substitute natin lahat. Okay? So, paano mag-arrive doon? Ipakita natin. Ito yung R sub Tx. Ito yung equation natin. R sub T, Y sub I over R sub I. Okay? Unahin natin yung R sub T, which is ito. Okay? So, yeah, basically, okay, so pero meron na pala, no? Ito na pala yung R sub T na na-derive natin. So ito yun, R sub T. So ito na rin yun. Okay? For R sub T x, meron pa tayong Y sub I times R sub I. Okay? So, again, no? Going back tayo dun sa next slide. Okay? So ito na yun. Okay? So simplify. Meron mga cancel out itong, I think, R sub I. No? Cancel out. Materialize ito. Okay? The torque T times the X distance. Gusto ko lang i-emphasize, no? If X component yung kinakalculate natin, Y distance, no? Yung ating gagamitin over the polar moment of inertia. Okay? Similarly for R sub T, Y. Okay? Ito equation natin. Okay? Ang mapansin yung multiplier for Y component is yung X distance, no? X sub I. Okay? Divided by the summation of X sub I plus Y sub I or polar moment of inertia. Okay? Sige, para mas maganda siguro, mas ma-visualize nyo, let's do the calculations na lang. Okay? So, example problem tayo. Sample problem, number 5.
Using LRFD, determine the adequacy of the connection shown based on the bolt shear capacity. The bolts are 22 mm, A 4090 newtons. A, locate the bolt group centroid from bolt 1. B, calculate the component reaction due to the direct load P. C, determine the polar moment of inertia of both group. D, determine the component reaction due to the applied torque P. E, find the reaction of the most stressed bolt. F, what is the design shear strength of one bolt? G, what is the DCR?
Okay, so for example, problem number 5, which is eccentric bolted connection, shear only. Okay? We could see na ito yung arrangement ng ating mga bolts, no? Now, masyado kasing madali kung ang arrangement is 4 by 2. So to complicate our calculation, tinanggalan ko ng isang bolt dito. Okay? So hindi rin ganun, hindi rin same yung ating spacing, 80, 100, 75. Then tapos meron tayong 60 doon from point of application ng ating load PU. Tapos ang distance ng ating column of our bolts, no, is 180. Tapos from this column of bolts, meron tayong 200 from the point of application ng load PU. Okay? Yung load PU natin is 350 kilonewton inclined at a certain slope, no, which is 4 3, so 3 4 5 triangle kumbaga. Okay? Malinaw din sa problem na single plate lang daw to. Okay? Baka may cases kasi na kung saan nag-share siya ng load, no, dalawa pala yung column bracket mo, steel bracket mo. And sa kabilang side ng flange, kumbaga, no, may isa pang parang gasket plate or steel bracket. Dapat ang scenario na yon, i-divide mo by 2 kung ano yung load PU mo doon kasi mag-share, no, ng load. But on this problem, malinaw, sinabi na single plate. Ibig sabihin, kung ano yung load PU dito, lahat yon would be resisted by our bolt group. Okay? By the way, elevation view to guys, no? Elevation view to. So ito yung mga parameters na pinapagamit, okay? 22 mm diameter, A490N. Okay? So ito yung usual na steps, step by step, no? To calculate. Okay? By the way, adi kasi check to, no? So solve natin tong problem number 5, no? So this would be the last problem for this topic. And next topic natin would be chapter 7 for welded connection. Okay? Okay? Sige, so item item A, automatic 'yun, no? Yung ating bolt group centroid, no? Lagi 'yun. Okay? Yung ating bolt centroid of our bolt group. Okay? Now dito specific na sinasabi niya, kunin mo daw yung centroid mo from bolt 1. Okay? So ito yung naming natin ng ating bolt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay? Centroid from bolt 1. Okay? So in terms of centroid, I think alam niyo na, no, in terms of centroid. Siguro mas maganda, let's simplify pa further yung ating figure to eliminate some simplify. So let's use itong figure na to. Okay? Okay? So gamitin natin to from the past calculations. So meron tayong 7 bolts, no? And these bolts meron tayong spacing as depicted dito sa figure, okay? Okay? So okay na tong spacing na yan. So ang sabi, to calculate the bolt group centroid from bolt 1. Okay? So ang first step kasi in terms of centroid determination, dapat mag-assume ka ng origin, di ba? So ito yung i-assume natin na 0 0. Okay? So by common sense, no? Ito common sense lang to. Since nawala yung isang bolt dito and mas marami yung bolt dito sa ating left side, dapat medyo didikit dito yung ating centroid sa 4 na bolt, no? And dito sa naman na to, since 4 yung bolt dito and 3 na lang dun sa taas, dapat medyo didikit din, no? Sa bolt group na to yung ating centroid. So check natin yun mamaya. Okay? So in terms of centroid calculation, mabilis lang naman yon, no? Ang gagamitin natin, as discussed kanina, would be the Barignon's theorem. No? Barignon's theorem pa din, or Barignon's theorem. Okay? Which is, ano nga ulit to? Okay? Ang sabi natin dito, the centroid, no? X bar. Okay? So yung definition ng X bar is from the origin, okay, to the centroid, no? CG, that is your X bar. Okay? Again, from origin to CG, yung vertical distance naman, that is your centroid Y bar. Okay? For X bar, ang sabi natin is the summation of area, individual area, times the distance X, no? Or the centroid of that individual area, no? Divided by area total. No? Basically, yan lang yung definition ng ating X bar. Okay? Now, dito kasi, as you can see, wala naman tayong area, no? Pero we could take advantage yung number of bolts. Okay? Number of bolts. Kumbaga, isang bolt, no, is equivalent to isang area or equal to 1, okay? For simplification, okay? Let me repeat, no? We would replace yung area by the number of bolts, okay, for our calculation. Hindi mo lang pwedeng gamitin yon kapag magkakaiba yung diameter ng ating bolts, no? So yung assumption na yon is assuming na lahat ng bolt diameter natin is pare-parehas dito sa ating connection. Okay? Pag meron kasing differences in terms of bolt diameter, well, as I mentioned, mas complicated yung calculations. Hindi mo na pwedeng gamitin to. Okay? So I think sa board exam wala namang ganun, no? Even on my problems, no? So let's use this formula for centroid. Okay? Sige, plug in natin yung mga values. So for example, no, from the assumed origin, no, punta muna tayo sa column of bolts na to, no. Okay? So itong column muna. So we have all in all 4 bolts, no, for this column. Okay? 4 bolts yan. Okay? For the area, yung sabi natin number of bolts. Okay? Multiplied by the x distance. Now, from origin, no, to the centroid of each individual bolt na to, ano ba yung x distance niya, no? From the origin. Well, common sense yun, no? That is 0. Okay? Kasi nga, wala namang difference in terms of x distance, no? Yung mga bolt na yan. So that is 0. Okay? Plus, okay, summation, itong column of bolts naman na to, yung 2, 4, and 6. So tatlo yan. Okay? So meaning 3. Okay? And then yung distance niya from the assumed origin, so that is 180. Okay? 180. Now, let's proceed dun sa denominator. So which is the area total. So that is synonymous with the total number of bolts. Okay? Area total or total number of bolts. So sa bolt natin, connection natin, we have 7. Okay? 7 bolts. So we would have the value of x bar which is equal to ilan to? Ilan to?
77.71429.
77.14.
714.71429 po.
Can you double check again sa ibang student? This is the same number that you're getting. 77.71429 daw. Okay? Paki-confirm nga. 1429.
Sorry po, sir. 77.14286.
286. Okay. Sige.
Opo.
Okay, sige. Okay na tayo sa x bar. We could now calculate yung y bar, no? So yung y bar naman, ganun din, no? Breakdown student lang din. So dito, summation of area, okay? Yung centroid of that individual area divided by area total. So parang wala na masyadong nagbago, okay? Okay? So plug in natin yung mga values. So you would have, again, no? From the assumed origin, yan yung strategy natin on centroid calculation. Unahin natin yung bolt 1 and 2. No? Row naman tayo ngayon, row. So, for bolt row 1 and 2, ang total number of bolts nun, dalawa. Okay? So, 2 times ano ba yung y distance, no? Nung bolt 1 and 2 from the origin or from the bolt 1. So, that is 0. Okay? 0. Okay? Plus, okay? Yung bolt row 3 and 4, no? So, dalawang bolt yon. So, 2 times ano ba yung distance niya? So, yung distance niya from the origin is 75. Okay? 75. Similarly, for bolt 5 and 6, ganun din. That's 2 bolts times yung distance niya from 0, 0, that is 75 plus 100. Okay? And lastly, yung bolt 7, okay? Yung bolt 7, which is 1 bolt only, and ang distance niya is 75 plus 100 plus 80. Okay? Okay? So okay na tayo sa numerator. We could now, divided by 7 obviously. No? Yung total number of bolts. Okay? So we would have y bar equal to ilan to?
107.85.
107. 107.85.
714.
714. Okay? So okay na tayo in terms of the centroid. I-check nga natin ng mabilisan kung somehow it makes sense, no? Yung na-calculate natin. So, yeah, yung x bar natin, common sense, no? Kasi you could see na yung half ng 180, itong distance na to, is 90, no? And apat dito and 3 in terms of the column. So, mas malapit dapat dito sa column na to. Okay? Kaya 77, it makes sense. And similarly, yung y, I think ito rin yung appropriate value, okay? Yung y bar. Okay? Now, we could proceed dun sa rest of the item. Ito lagi yung best practice to i-prepare mo na yung mga parameters na gagamitin natin doon. Okay? So ano ba yung mga parameters? No? So halimbawa, no? yung load PU na 350, kailangan mong i-resolve into component, yung component P sub Y and P sub X. So, i-prepare na natin dito. Okay? I-calculate na natin. So, okay? So, for example, no, yung load okay, yung load P sub X, okay? Yung load P sub X by common sense, okay? Gamit na lang tayo ng ano no, ng uh, similar triangle. So this would be ano, P sub U, okay? Multiplied by a certain ano, ratio, okay? By the way, yung slope ng ating load na naka-apply is ano, 4 3 5 no, or 3 4 5 triangle, okay? So obviously, yung PU would be yung hypotenuse for the denominator 5 and yung since P sub X no, ang kukunin natin, so dapat yung numerator natin is 3, okay? By similar triangle. And even yung P sub Y natin, no, we could calculate yung P sub Y by P sub U times, on this case, on this scenario, since P sub Y, no, P sub Y. So P sub Y is itong direction na to, so that is 4, okay? Okay? As simple as that. Okay? We could also ano no, plug in yung value ng P sub U sa equation natin. Okay? So, pag pinag-in natin, ano ba yung mga values na makuha natin? So pakibigay nga ito. Ito yung P sub U, 350. Ano yung P sub X
200.
natin? 200?
10.
210, okay? How about yung P sub Y?
280.
Okay? 280 kilonewton. Okay? Sige. Okay na tayo on this resolved component. I-calculate pa natin yung mga gagamitin nating parameters. Halimbawa, itong eccentricity X and eccentricity Y. Okay, so ano ba yung definition ng dalawa na to? Well, from centroid kasi, no, to the point of application nung load PY and PX, meron yang moment arm. Okay, yung moment arm niyan, halimbawa, from centroid to the point of application, itong horizontal eccentricity, tatawagin natin E sub X. And if we want to calculate yung E sub X, no, paano ba natin siya makakalculate? Well, we have this distance, 180 plus 200. Okay? Yan yung total. And then, i-minus lang natin tong x bar. Okay? Meron tayo ngayong E sub x. Okay? So, sige. So, siguro dito ko na lang ipakita. No? So, we would have E sub x as simple as 180, okay, plus 200 minus, x bar. Okay? X bar. So, meron tayong value ng E sub x. Okay? Or eccentricity x. So, ano to? Okay? Paki-plug in na lang tong x bar sa equation. So, ilan to?
322 point.
Paki-double check kung tama yung binibigay niyo sa akin.
322.8571 point.
332. 332.
322 po.
So, okay. How about yung ibang student? 322.85
85714.
714. Okay? So, I'm assuming na, it's the same from the other student. E sub Y naman. Okay? Okay? For E sub Y, okay? From the CG to the point of load application, so ito naman vertical, no? Vertical distance or eccentricity. Paano natin siya makukuha? No? Well, if you would refer dito sa figure, okay, yung E sub Y na to, basically ano lang yan 60 plus 80 plus 100 plus 75, okay? Tapos i-minus natin yung Y bar, okay? I-minus natin yung Y bar. Ang matitira is E sub Y, okay? Okay? So ulit, 60, okay? Plus 80 plus 100, okay? Plus 75 minus Y bar, okay? Paki-double check nga itong E sub X ulit. Kasi pagkakalala ko, hindi ito yung number eh. From
302.
Sir, 302 po.
302.
Opo.
But the rest is ano naman, parehas naman. Tama?
Opo.
Okay? How about this one? Ito yung Y bar.
$207.14286.
207
.14286.
286. Okay? Sige. So, okay na. Kompleto na tayo in terms of the parameters na kailangan natin. We could now proceed dun sa next item. Okay? Calculate the component reaction or the reaction due to the direct load P. Okay? For item B. For the direct load P, ang sabi natin kanina, 'di ba? Copy natin tong figure natin na to. Let's use this to simplify our calculations, no. Ang sabi natin kanina, for direct load P, ang gagawin lang natin diyan, ililipat natin, no, yung ating mga forces, okay, yung resolved component nun, dun sa centroid ng ating bolt group, okay? So halimbawa, yung P sub y natin is downward, yung P sub x natin is going to the left, okay? So ibig sabihin, no, if nililipat natin siya dito, we could say na ito yung P sub y, okay? Then ito naman yung P sub x. Okay? Okay? Yun na yung direct load P. And then ang discussion natin dito for the direct load P, basically ano lang 'yan, no? Ang sabi natin dito parang third rule ni Newton, no? Sabi natin for every action merong equal but opposite reaction. So ibig sabihin for P sub x na lang going to the right tayo. Kung i-check natin yung bolt number 1, okay? Yung bolt number 1 should have an opposite direction ng mga reaction na yon. So going to the left tayo, going to the right tayo. So ibig sabihin going to the left yung ating R sub dx. Okay? Na component. Similar with P sub y which is going down. So ibig sabihin going up yung ating reaction sa ating bolt, no? And this is due to direct load, no? So kaya gumagamit tayo ng subscript na d, R sub dy, no? Meaning y component, no? Now, obviously, for direct load P, hindi mo na kailangang i-calculate lahat kasi pare-parehas lang naman yan sa lahat ng bolt, no? Kasi nga nagpa-pass through na sa sa bolt group centroid no? So ayun na, i-copy mo na lang siya, okay? Kasi pare-parehas naman na lahat yan. Okay? So sa lahat ng bolt, okay, dun sa connection natin, yung due to direct load is no? Parang we need to okay. Ilipat ko lang to guys, no? Para mas mabasa ng maayos. Okay. Okay, similar na lang siya on for the rest of the bolts. Okay, and yung formula natin dito, okay? As per discussion kanina on the derivation of formulas, na supposedly memorized yun no? Pag nasa board exam kayo, hindi na kayo mag-derive pa ng formula. Ang formula natin for the R sub dx muna, okay? For R sub dx na component, ang sabi natin diyan that is simply okay? Yung load P sub x divided by the total number of volt, no? Equally shared lang sila, okay? So therefore, we could say na no? Yung P sub x natin as per calculation sa taas, that is 210, no? P sub y is 280. So plug in lang natin dito, we would have okay? P sub x is 210, okay? Divided by the total number of volts. So we would have R sub dx. Okay? So ilan to?
30.
30 kilonewton. Okay? Simple as that, okay? So 30 kilonewton. Okay? And yung R sub dy, okay, is as simple as yung load P sub y divided by n. So that is 280 divided by 7. Okay? So R sub dy now is equal to ilan to?
40.
40 kilonewton. Okay? So meron na tayong reaction due to direct load P, okay, which is yung pinakamadali. Okay? Punta tayo sa next item. Sa next item is to determine the polar moment of inertia of the bolt group. So actually, preparation lang tong item C for item D, which is to calculate yung reaction due to applied torque. Kasi gagamitin natin itong parameter na to, yung polar moment of inertia. Okay? So sige, calculate natin yung polar moment of inertia ng bolt group. Ang question is, paano ba? Paano ba siya kinakalculate? Well, pinakita na natin kanina, polar moment of inertia, kung paano siya i-derive, and may formula na nga tayo. So gagamitin na lang natin yon. Okay? So sige, let me copy natin to. Okay? dun sa derivation natin, no, i-reply ko lang yung PowerPoint kanina. Dun sa derivation natin, ang sabi natin, no, dun sa mga formulas na na-derive natin, yung J, which is the polar moment of inertia, is also synonymous with this one, no? Yung summation of x squared plus summation of y squared. Okay? So actually, yun na yun, no? Yun na yung formula natin. So we could say na, ano, na yung J, or the polar moment of inertia, is equal to summation of x squared plus y squared. Okay? So ngayon ang question is, ano ba ibig sabihin ng mga distances na yan? Okay? Ano ba yung mga ibig sabihin ng distances na yan? Well, just to ano lang, no, to emphasize, no, yung mga distances na to, kung sa centroid, ang measurement natin is from the assumed origin. Pagdating dito sa polar moment of inertia, ang measurement natin from CG na. Okay? From CG na. So halimbawa, mag-focus muna tayo kay x distance. Okay? By the way, kung ito yung CG mo, kahit na mag-assume ka dyan ng negative or positive, irregardless kung ano yung value, mapapansin mo naka-squared to, meaning absolute value, kahit absolute value na lang, no? Kasi positive pa rin naman yung lalabas. Okay? So sige, unahin muna natin yung x squared. So sa x squared, from CG, okay? Itong column ng bolts na to is pare-parehas yung distance niya from CG, okay? Which is the distance x bar. Okay? So yun lang pala yun, no? Yun lang distance na yun, okay? So therefore, yung ating x squared is simply yung x bar, yung distance ng apat na bolt na to, yung 1, 3, 5, 7, and yung ating x bar is ito. Okay? So copy natin to. Okay? And then ang sabi is squared daw natin, okay? Squared. Okay? And then don't forget, no, to include kung ilang volts ba 'yon. Okay? So ilang volts ba 'yon? We have 4, no? 4 volts. So times 4. Okay? Plus, okay? Yung volt naman sa right side. So from CG, ano ba yung distance ng volt 2, 4, and 6? Actually, wala pa tayo nakaka-calculate. Pero we could take advantage nung 180 minus x bar. Okay? Kasi yun din yung distance na 'yon. Okay? Distance ng CG to our volt 2, 4, 6. Okay? So sige, plug in natin dito. That is 180 minus x bar. Okay? And yung x bar natin is ito. Okay? Then multiply natin by the total number of volts. So tatlo yon. Okay? So times 3. Okay? So okay na tayo ngayon dun sa x squared. Na-count na natin lahat ng volts, no, distance ng mga volts at x direction, no, from CG. Punta tayo ngayon at y squared. Okay? For y squared, so plus, okay? For y squared, ito ngayon yung calculations natin. Okay? Unahin muna natin yung volt 1 and 2. Okay? Yung volt 1 and 2, yung distance niya from CG is simply y bar. Okay? As simple as that, y bar. Okay? So kunin natin ngayon yung value ng y bar. So ito yun. Okay? Okay? Volt 1 and 2. Ito yung y bar, yung ano natin doon, yung y distance. Okay? Don't forget to multiply by 2 kasi dalawang volts yun. Okay? Sana tayo? Volt 3 and 4. Okay? For volt 3 and 4, y distance, okay? Volt 3 and 4 from CG, ano ba yung y distance natin, no? Dalawang volts na yan. So, that is simply, ano, y bar minus 75. No? 75 kasi to, okay? So, yung may iwan, yung distance na yan, okay? From CG to volt 3 and 4, okay? So, kunin natin yon. No? Yung y distance, ito yun eh, no? Minus 75, okay? Squared, okay? And multiply it by the total number of volts, okay? Okay? Okay na tayo for volt 3 and 4. Let's proceed kay 5 and 6. For 5 and 6, paano ba yung distance natin from CG? So, well, basically, we could take advantage to, no? 100 plus 75, okay? Minus y bar, okay? So, ang matitira doon is from this point to this point, okay? So, 100 minus 75, 100, sorry, plus 75, okay? Minus y bar, okay? Ito yung y bar natin. Okay, so times 2 rin yun, no? So, copy na lang natin to. Okay, times 2 for 5 and 6. For volt 7, so ganun pa din, no? 80 plus 100 plus 75 minus y bar, no? Yung distance niya from CG. Okay? Yeah, well, basically, parang ito na rin yun, no? So, i-copy na lang natin to. So, dagan na lang natin. Okay? Plus 80, no? Plus 80. Okay, plus 80. ang multiplier natin dito is 1 na lang kasi single bolt na lang tayo for bolt 7. Okay? Sige, so that would be the complete calculation for J. So ilan to? Ilan to? Paki-calculate nga. Polar moment of inertia J is equal to
56,090.
Yeah,
Point.
paka-double check kasi magkaiba kayo ng value. Ang naalala ko, this is 111 something thousand, no? Paki-ano na
Ay,
lang.
sorry, papa.
So ilan to?
Sir, 111,635.7143.
635 point
7143 po.
7143. Okay? So yung unit natin dito is as per given, okay? X squared, no? Plus Y squared. So meaning millimeter squared lang. Okay? Sige. So let's proceed dun sa next item. Determine the component reaction due to applied torque T. Okay? Okay, for torque T, yung first step natin lagi, no, is to define ano ba yung direction ng ating torque T, no? Equivalent torque T na i-apply natin sa sa bolt group centroid, 'di ba? Ang sabi natin kanina, aside from the direct load, meron pa kasing reaction due to torque, okay? So yung first step, i-define mo muna ano ba yung direction ng equivalent torque dito, okay? Counterclockwise ba, or clockwise, no? So to do that, we could simplify, no? We could simplify by taking summation moment at CG. Okay? So by taking summation moment at CG, ano ba yung mga loadings natin? Okay? So ito lang 'yon, no? Itong P sub X and P sub Y. Okay? So sige, take tayo ng moment at CG or centroid. So we would have summation moment at CG is equal to 0, and ang assumption natin is that clockwise positive. Okay? So therefore, we would have the torque T, no, on centroid equals to, okay, lahat ng force na clockwise is positive. Okay? Yun yung ating assumption. So, for example, unahin natin si P sub X. Okay? Si P sub X from CG, magkakaroon siya ng moment or torque, no? So, yung P sub X natin na force, okay, meron niyang moment arm. Okay? Yung moment arm niya, okay, is simply yung vertical eccentricity E sub Y. Okay? Moment arm ni P sub X from CG. Now, positive yung value kasi nga yung rotation ng P sub X is clockwise, no? From summation moment at CG. Okay? Positive. Similarly, yung P sub Y naman, as you could see, ang rotation niya is clockwise also, no? Clockwise also. So ibig sabihin positive, okay? So plus, no? P sub Y, okay? Times yung moment arm niya, I think alam niyo na, no? So yung moment arm niya is E sub X. Okay? Now, from this, we could now plug in yung mga values. Okay? So yung value natin would be P sub X, which we have already calculated. Okay? Asan na ba yun? We have 210, 280 for P sub Y, tapos ito yung mga value ng eccentricity. Okay? So copy natin to. Okay? Plug in natin dito. So for P sub X, that is 210. Okay? E sub Y is ito. Okay? Yung P sub Y is 280. Okay? Multiplied by E sub X. Okay? Ito yan. So, meron tayong value ng ating pinaka torque T. Okay? So, meron tayong torque T. So, ilan to?
One, 2, 8, 299.
1, 2, 8,
299.
299 point.
Point. 9998.
Okay, sige. So, yung unit natin is kilonewton. Okay, 1,000 millimeter. Okay? Para malinaw lang, no? Para pag nag-unit check tayo mamaya, we would achieve yung gusto nating unit. Okay? So okay na tayo. We already have the torque T. And malinaw dito guys, no? Yung ating direction as per calculation, since nag-positive yan, yung direction ng torque natin is clockwise. Okay? Yung torque T. Okay? Clockwise. Now, okay, ito ano lang to, technique lang to. Halimbawa, kasi sa ibang problem, possibly, yung load P natin, ganito yung orientation. Okay? So kung ito yung orientation ng load P natin, meron tong resolve component and magbabago yung yung orientation ng mga component niyan. Pag nag-summation moment tayo, babantayan mo yung direction, no, ng load P mo. Okay? Base sa assumption mo na to. Okay? One of the load would be negative. Okay? Or some of it would be negative or some of it is positive. So check mo, no, yung assumption mo dito. Okay? Okay? Possibly maging negative yung torque mo, no? So depende kung ano yung given. Okay? So pakibantayan na lang. Okay? Hindi laging ito lagi yung ating sign, okay? For this scenario. Okay? Now, we already proved na na yung action natin is clockwise. So therefore, para yung reaction natin should be equal and opposite. So dapat yung rotation niya would be counterclockwise. Okay? Anong strategy if gagawa ka mag-drawing ka ng reaction due to torque P, ang pinakamagandang strategy is mag-drawing ka muna ng straight line, no? From CG, no, to individual center line ng individual bolt. So halimbawa, ito yung for bolt 1. Okay? Yeah, medyo it would take time nga lang, no? But this is just for demonstration, guys, no? In terms of actual problem, pag mag-solve na kayo, alam mo na ano yung basis, hindi mo na kailangan gawin to. Okay? This is just for demonstration purposes, no? So halimbawa, itong okay? Okay, sige. Kumpleto na tayo. Okay. So, yun yung first step. Then, just try to kung clockwise yung ating torque P, dapat counterclockwise daw. So, meaning, yung ating mga reaction, halimbawa, for bolt number 1, no? Kung counterclockwise, dapat ganito yung mag-draw ka daw ng perpendicular na reaction doon sa mga straight line na to. Okay? For halimbawa, for bolt number 1, yung expected mo na direction, no, nung reaction due to torque P mo is ganito. Okay? Yan, 90 degree yan. Okay? Assuming na 90 degree. For bolt number 2 naman, okay, ganito din. Okay? Okay? For bolt number 4, okay, 90 degree. Bolt number 6, 90 degree and counterclockwise. Bolt number 7, okay? Bolt number 5, and bolt number 3. Okay? So yan yung assumption mo in terms of the direction of reaction T or R sub T, or reaction due to torque. Now, yung next step, i-resolve mo to component, no, para mas ma-visualize mo ng maayos. Halimbawa, ito, no, may component siya na pa ganyan, okay? Yung itong reaction dito sa bolt 2, okay? Pag ganun, okay? This one is upward to the right, okay? 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 So okay na, kompleto na yung ating mga reaction at due to torque at different bolts. Okay? Now, let's proceed dun sa generic na formula ng mga na-derive natin kanina. Okay? So pinakita natin kanina, no? Based on our derivation, okay? Dun sa pinaka-summary, ang sabi natin, pagdating sa reaction due to torque T, the formula is as simple as no? R sub Tx is equal to the torque T times yung y distance, no? Let me emphasize again, kapag x component ng torque, ang multiplier natin sa numerator is yung y distance. Tapos yung polar moment of inertia. Yung r sub Ty naman, since y component, yung multiplier natin is x distance. Okay? So, copy natin, no? Yung ating pinaka-general formula for reaction due to torque. No, let me repeat guys, no? Hindi ka na magdi-derive, dapat memorize mo na to. Okay? R sub Tx is equal to the torque T, okay? Times, since x component yung y distance, okay, divided by the polar moment of inertia. Okay? X squared plus y squared. Okay? Similarly, yung para sa y component ng reaction, so parehas na parehas lang. Okay? We just need to change, no? So this would be r sub Ty. Okay? Multiplier natin, no? This would be the x distance nung bolt in consideration. Okay. So mali na. The x distance, okay? Okay, sige. So isa-isahin natin, no? The question is para hindi tayo tumagal, let's proceed on the calculation ng mga bolts na alam nating magogovern, no? So what do I mean by magogovern? Sa ganito kasing problem, ang interested lang tayo, okay? Yung tinatawag na most stress bolt. Okay? Yung bolt na kung saan pinakamalaki yung reaction na binubuhat, okay? Now, siguro mag-guess kayo, yung iba sa inyo ang guess is yung bolt 7, yung iba is yung bolt 6, yung iba yung bolt 2 or bolt 1. So might as well for the sake of demonstration, let's check no yung apat na bolt na yon. Okay? Sige, let's start with bolt 1, okay? Now for bolt 1, okay, ang gagawin mo lang, copy mo yung ito mga to, okay? Okay, so ibig sabihin for bolt 1, we have the R sub T, and let's be clear na this is for bolt 1, R sub T1. Okay? Yung R sub T1 na yan, mayroon niya mga component. This is R sub T1Y, and this is R sub T1X, yung X component niya. Okay? And then we could now plug in yung ano na to, yung equation na to. Okay? So for example, yung R sub T1X, no, is as simple as yung torque T, which is ito, nakalculate na natin. Okay? Plugging in. Okay? Times yung y distance, so skip muna natin yan. Mag-proceed mo sa denominator. Yung polar moment of inertia, nakalculate na rin natin kanina, which is ito yon. Okay? Yung J. Okay? So, plug in natin sa denominator. Okay? And then we have yung y distance, okay, ng bolt 1, okay, from CG. Okay? So, balikan lang natin ulit. Ito yung bolt 1, okay? Ano ba yung distance niya from CG? Okay? Well, basically, that's y bar. Okay? As simple as that. Okay? So, kunin natin yung y bar. Okay? Y bar is this one. Okay? So, we would have multiplied by y bar. Okay? Divided by the polar moment of inertia, J. Okay? So, therefore, meron tayong value for R sub T1X. Okay? Which is, ilan to? Ilan to?
124.6336.9.
Yeah, paki-double check nga ulit. So, ilan to? 120?
123, sir.
Sige, 123.95516.
95516.
Okay? So, I'm guessing na yung iba, ganito rin nakakuha, no? Confirm na lang. Okay? Yes?
95738 sa akin.
Okay. Anyone with the same 95738 daw?
Opo, sir. 95738.
Okay. So, dalawa yung ano doon, no? So, yun yung kukunin natin. 738. Okay? So, yung unit, wala pa tayong unit. So, let's have a unit check. Okay? Yung 128, which is the torque, ang unit natin is kilonewton millimeter. Okay? Yung y distance, obviously, that is in millimeter. Okay? Divided by yung polar moment of inertia, alam nyo na yan, that is millimeter squared. Okay? So, all in all, if we would summarize, no, yung by doing a unit check, this would be cancel out, and yung matitirang unit is kilonewton. So, as simple as that. Meron na tayong reaction. Okay? So, hindi na natin ulitin yan. Okay? Okay na to. No? Wala tayong multiplier na 1,000 direct. No? So, we would have 123.95738 kilonewton. Okay? Now, going back on the y component. So, ganun din. Okay? Copy natin to. Kasi parehas lang naman eh. No? Okay? Yung magbabago lang dito, yung distance. No? Okay? So, yung distance na to. Okay? So, delete natin to. And let's investigate ano ba yung appropriate. For bolt number 1, okay, since y component to, dapat x distance. Okay? For bolt number 1, yung x distance natin from CG is x bar. Okay? So, kunin natin yung value ng x bar. So, ito yon. Plug in natin on our equation. We would have equals to ilan?
88.65827.
Okay, 88.65
827.
827. Okay, sige. Okay na tayo for bolt number 1. Okay? let's proceed dun sa bolt number 2. Siguro i-copy na lang natin to para mas mabilis, no? Yeah. Sige, so copy natin yan. Lipat natin dito. Okay, for bolt number 2, kunin natin yung ating free body diagram for the bolt, for the reaction. So ito yon. Okay, for bolt number 2, we have this R sub T or R sub T2. Okay, meron tayong R sub T2Y and R sub T2X component. Okay, now yung mga values na to, palitan lang natin to. Okay, okay, meron tayong similarity with bolt 1 eh. Ano yung similarity natin bolt 1? Parehas sila ng y distance from CG ng bolt 2. So yung isang parameter na yon, parehas yung sagot, no? Well, yung gumagamit ng y distance, yung x. So ibig sabihin, itong R sub T2x natin, similar lang din dito, okay? So hindi natin kailangan i-calculate no, as is, okay? Meron lang siyang difference. No, ang difference niya yung y component, no, ng bolt 2. Kasi y component dapat yung x distance, no? Yung gagamitin natin. And sa case na to, that is simply this distance from this point to this point, which is 180, no, minus x bar, okay? 180 minus x bar. So this is x bar, okay? So ano na lang natin, no? I-deduct na lang natin 180. Okay, minus x bar. Okay, so yeah, ilan to?
118.21101.
21101. Okay? So I'm assuming na similar lang din yung na-calculate nyo. So okay na tayo for bolt 2. Okay? Okay na tayo for bolt 2. Let's proceed dun sa bolt 6 and bolt 7. Okay? For bolt 6 na lang muna. Sige. For bolt 6, meron siyang similarity for bolt 2. So ito yung i-copy natin. Okay? One of the distance is similar. So para wala na tayong babaguhin, kumbaga. Oops. Paki-mute nyo yung may mga naka-mute diyan na unnecessary mag-a-assign nga ako ng no? Daming case na bigla-biglang nagsasalita eh. Mag-a-assign ako ng ng host. Pakitulungan ako dun sa mga pasaway, no? Mga co-host. Dapat tapos na tayo eh. May mga delay tayo dahil sa biglang eh. Okay, for bolt 2, you could see, sorry, bolt 6 na tayo. Okay, bolt 6. For bolt 6, kunin natin yung bolt natin, no, free body diagram. So we would have this one, okay. So for this one, we have R sub T6, R sub T6X, and R sub T6Y, okay? In terms of bolt 2, yung pinanggalingan niya, no, meron siyang similarity, okay? Okay? Yung similarity niya is ano ba? Yeah, basically yung x distance, no. Yung 2 and 6 parehas. So kung x distance, yung y component niya is parehas na din. Wala na tayong babaguhin dito. Okay? Yung sa y component ng 6. Ito na 'yon. Okay? Ang babaguhin na lang natin yung x distance. So ano ba yung x distance ng bolt 6? Sorry. X component, y distance. Okay? Okay? Yung y distance niya, okay, ng bolt 6 from CG is ito, okay? From this point to this point. And that is 100 plus 75 minus y bar. Okay? Sige, so plug in natin 'yon. Okay? 100 plus 75 okay, minus y bar. Yung y bar natin, okay? Yung value niya is ito, okay? Okay, sige, ilan to?
77.
0.1655.
Okay, for bolt 6, that is 77.16553.
553 pala, sir.
Okay, 553. Okay, sige. And lastly, yung bolt 7, i-copy natin sa bolt 1 kasi may similarity silang dalawa. Okay? Okay, bolt 7. For bolt 7, let's have a look on the pre-body diagram. Okay. So ito 'yon. By the way, no, pag sa calculation nyo, hindi nyo na dapat gawin to, no? Kumbaga, alam mo na dapat to by looking dun sa arrangement. Ito yung ito yung mga direction, no, R sub t 7. Kasi tatagal ka, no? This is for the sake of demonstration, hinihimay natin. Sa word exam, dapat alam mo na, no, kung ano yung direction by looking at it. Okay? So for bolt 7, similar siya with bolt 1 in what direction? X direction, no? So ibig sabihin kung X direction, yung Y component parehas lang. Okay? Itong Y component. So, hindi na natin ito babaguhin. Itong 88. Okay? Okay na to. Yung X component na lang. So, yung Y distance. No? Ano ba yung Y distance ng bolt 7 from CG? Okay? So, yung distance niya, no, from CG is simply 80 plus 100 plus 75 minus Y bar. Okay? Okay? Parang ito na yun. Parang ito na yun. No? Dagdagan na lang natin ng 80. Okay? Okay? So, yan. Okay, so medyo naghahang tayo ngayon. Okay. Okay, 80 plus 100 plus 75 minus X, Y bar. No? Okay, so meron tayong equation for R sub t 7x which is equal to, ilan to?
169.
169.
0.10743.
743. Okay. Okay na tayo. We already calculated yung mga component na mga bolts na interested tayo. We could now proceed dun sa next item, which is the total reaction of the most stress bolt. Okay? So ngayon, wala pa tayong idea kung sino yung most stress bolt, no? Kaya hinimay-himay natin. Well, actually pwedeng maging 3, pwedeng maging 4, pwedeng maging 5. Let's formulate a conclusion, no, after this calculation. Okay? After this example. Sige. So item E, okay, item E tayo. Okay, for item E, yung total reaction na. Okay. Well, for total reaction, ang gagawin lang natin, gagamit tayo ng method of superposition. Okay? What do I mean by that? Well, na-calculate na natin yung reaction due to direct load P. Okay? Tapos na-calculate na natin yung reaction due to torque. So ang gagawin natin ngayon, i-himay lang natin, i-compare lang natin siya, no? As per method of superposition, kunin natin yung effect ng direct load P, i-add natin yung effect ng torque, you would have the final reaction, no? So for direct load P, kahit saang bolt ka tumingin diyan, pare-parehas lang. Okay? Ito na yung ito na yung reaction natin due to direct load P. So yun yung advantage ni ni direct load P. So kahit tanggalan na natin to ng bolt number, okay, kasi pare-parehas lang naman yan. Now pagdating sa torque, ito yung babantayan mo ngayon, no? Halimbawa for bolt 1, okay, ito yung ating orientation. Okay? Ito yung pre-body diagram natin. Okay? So ayan na, no? Meron na tayong mga direction. Okay? So mag-assume tayo ng positive value. Halimbawa, no? Any reaction going to the right, positive. Going up, negative. Okay? So yung formula ng resultant, R is equal to square root of, no? Square root of Rx squared, no? Plus R sub Y squared. No? Yun yung ating formula. As simple as that. Okay? So, plugging in, halimbawa, no, for R sub X or yung X component, okay, yung R sub dx going to the left. So, ibig sabihin, yung R sub dx natin is negative. Okay? How about yung X component ng torque? R sub T1X is going to the right. So, meaning positive. T1X. Okay? Positive. Okay? Squared. okay, plus, okay, yung y component naman. Sa y component, yung r sub dy upward, so meaning positive. Okay? R sub dy, okay? How about yung sa torque? Yung sa torque, pababa. So, ibig sabihin negative, no? So, negative R sub t 1y, okay? Squared. Okay? Sige. So, plug in natin yung mga values natin, okay? So, we would have the reaction R is equal to, okay? Unahin natin yung R sub dx and R sub dy. As per calculation, yung value ng dalawa is 30 and 40 kilonewton. Okay? 30 and 40. Okay? 30. So, this one is negative 30. Okay? Plus yung value ng R sub T1x as per calculation dun sa torque. No? Ipakita natin. Okay? So, copy natin na lang to. So, ito rin naman yung gagamitin natin. Okay? R sub T1x. Okay? Ito yon. Okay? So, plugging in and then squared. Okay? Plus, okay? Yung value ng ating R sub dy, alam na natin yon, that is 40. Okay? Positive value. Minus yung R sub T1y. Okay? Ito yon. Squared. Okay? Sige, ilan to? Teka lang. Ipakita na natin, no? This is reaction, total reaction at bolt 1, okay? For okay, demonstration purposes. So meron tayong reaction at bolt 1. Okay? Yung combined na to, no? Total reaction na nga eh. So ilan to?
105.80934.
105. Yeah, I think for this one we could make it na lang, 2 decimal na lang. So ilan to?
0.81.
Okay, 81, no? Okay, 81. Okay? Okay na tayo for bolt number 1, okay? For bolt number 2 naman, okay? For bolt number 2, no changes on direct load. Kunin natin yung sa torque. Okay, which is ito. Okay, so we would have R sub 2. Okay? And then yung ating R sub x component is going to the right, meaning positive. Okay? Positive to. Yung ating y component naman is y component is upward, so meaning positive. So in this case, positive na to ngayon, okay? So palitan natin to, okay? Okay? So plug in na natin yung mga values. Halimbawa, itong si R sub P2x. Ano ba yung mga values natin dito? Okay, itong dalawa na to, okay? Okay, ito yung mga values natin. So, halimbawa, itong R sub T2x, okay? Yung ating R sub T2y, ito yon. Okay, R sub T2y. And then, ano siya, positive na siya, no? Okay, so addition na tayo. Okay. Okay? So, meron tayong value ng ating R sub 2. Okay? So, pakibigay nga ito. Okay? So, ilan to?
184.01.
184.01. Okay? Sige. So, okay na to. Similar lang to on the other section. Okay? Next, yung bolt 6. Okay? Yung bolt 6. Now, for bolt 6, pwede natin gamitin itong bolt 2. Okay? For bolt 6. Okay? Copy natin to. Yung free body diagram ng torque. Okay? Okay? So, we would have x component Now, this is going to the right. Going to the left. So negative. Okay? Negative. R sub t 6x. Okay? Yung y component niya naman upward, no? So positive. R sub t 6y. Okay? Okay? Positive. Now, this would be bolt 6. So this would be bolt 6, no? Okay? So this would be ano, kunin natin yung mga values natin. Ito. Okay? So palitan natin to. R sub t 6x, no? So ito 'yon. So we would have negative, okay, or minus yung R sub t 6y. Similar lang, no? Ito rin yung 118. So ito rin 'yon. So okay na yan, okay? So meron tayong value ng R sub 6. So paki-calculate nga. So ilan to?
191.09.
Okay. 191.09, okay, kilonewton. Sige. So tama din. Let's calculate yung last bolt. So yung sa last bolt, bolt 7, we could take advantage tong bolt 1, no? Kasi may similarity sila ni bolt 7. Okay. Okay, bolt 7. Okay, so based on this, we could say na ano, okay, we could say na yung x component ng RT7X is going to the left. So meaning this is also negative. Okay? This is also negative. And then yung y component niya naman is downward. So negative din, no? So negative din. So plug in natin yung mga values. Okay? So yung values natin dito for R's bolt 7, ito 'yon. Okay? Halimbawa on this equation, which is minus na, okay? It should be this value, okay? Yung R sub t 7x. Ito namang R sub t 7y, okay? So minus din, yung value niya is ito, okay? Okay? So plug in natin 'yan, okay? So meron tayong value ng ating bolt 7. So ilan to?
204.97, sir.
Okay, sige, 0.97. Sige. So ano yung conclusion natin, no? Pag i-compare natin lahat ng bolts, sino yung most stress? Okay? Bolt 1, okay? Bolt 1 is 105, bolt 2 is 184, bolt 6 is 191, and bolt 7 is 204 point something, okay? So lumalabas na ang most stress natin si bolt 7, following si bolt 6, following si bolt 2, and si bolt 1, okay? Now, let's have a look dun sa ating clue na binigay ko sa inyo, no? Na supposedly ito na yung gagamitin niyo sa mga calculations niyo, no? Sabi natin, no? The number 1, ito yung first rule, yun daw bolt na pinakamalayo, no? Sige, copy na lang natin 'to dun sa ating calculation, no? Ang pinaka-rule kasi natin, no? Yung bolt daw na pinakamalayo sa centroid, okay, ng bolt group would have a highest reaction from the torque. Okay? So going back dun sa location ng ating CG, no? So yung pinakamalayo actually si bolt 7. Okay? Tapos actually malayo din si bolt 2. Okay? Si bolt 1 and si bolt 6, yun lang naman yung malalayo sa CG. Okay? So it makes sense na si 7 yung nag-burn. Okay? How about yung second rule? Okay? Yung second rule is the bolt where the directions of the force component, yung direct load mo and torque are additive, no? Kumbaga similar sila in terms of direction, will generally have the highest reaction. Okay? So it makes sense, no? Meron kang dalawang usually clue na dapat i-check. And ito yung mag-govern which bolt would be the most stressed. So check na natin yung rule 2, okay? Halimbawa, for bolt number 1, you could see na supposedly complementing yung direction ng torque with the direct load P. Pero mapansin mo dito, hindi siya complementing, no? Resisting siya, no? Going to the right, then downward. Okay? Kaya hindi siya okay pagdating kay bolt 1. Yung rule number 2. And for bolt number 2 naman, okay naman sana siya kasi itong y component parehas, pero itong x component against, no? Against. Okay? Yung bolt 6 naman, kay bolt 6, okay to. Okay? Similar sila going to the left and upward. Okay? With the direct load. So okay to, no? Kaya isa rin siya sa sa sunod na mataas. Okay? Yung bolt 7 naman, you could see yung bolt 7, similar sila with the x direction ng torque pero medyo mayroong difference in terms of no, against tong y component ng bolt 7, no? Nevertheless, kahit na against yung isa doon, lumalabas sa calculation natin, governing pa rin siya, no? Kasi parang ang rule na nag-govern talaga dito yung bolt yung rule number 1, which is kung sino daw yung pinakamalayo, okay, sa centroid mo would have possibly the highest reaction from torque, okay? And then on rule 2 applicable pa rin naman sa sa bolt 7, no? May isa lang siyang na nag-against, no? Itong y component ng torque. Okay? So next time pag mag-solve na kayo ng mga problem na ibibigay ko sa inyo, ito lang yung i-check mo, no? By experience, yung mga bolt lang na to yung dapat mong i-check. Okay? Sige. Let's proceed dun sa last 2 item okay, na pinapahanap sa atin. Yung pala, by the way, no, yung item A and item E, yan yung based dun sa calculation ng actual reaction sa sa mga bolts mo due to applied loads. Itong F, ito na ngayon yung design shear strength ng isang bolt. Okay? Well, mabilis lang yan. Okay? Mabilis lang yan. So bakit? Kasi nga, 'di ba? Yung shear strength ng isang bolt, actually formula based na lang 'yon, no? Formula based na lang 'yon. Sige. So paano ba 'yon? Okay? So shear strength ng isang bolt, no, would be no? Okay? So ang pinapagamit sa atin dito, A490 included. Okay? FYI, no? Included. So ang gagamitin natin, no, na formula is as simple as no? R sub n nominal capacity is equal to F sub n times yung area ng bolt. Okay? And para makalculate yung F sub n, then since shear tayo, no, common sense 'yon. Okay? So balikan natin yung table again na pagkukunan natin ng nominal shear stress. Okay? Itong table na to. Okay? Hanapin natin yung A490N, no? A490N, ito 'yon, yung dalawang row, pero N kasi meaning included, no? Included. Yung ibig sabihin ng included, not excluded, no? So ito 'yon. Okay? Not excluded. Yan yung included. And since shear dapat itong F sub NB, no? Itong column na to. So meaning that is 457, no? Yung gagamitin nating nominal shear stress, no? So therefore we could say na from the table, no? From the table, the F sub NB is equal to 457 MPa. Okay? So we could now plug in sa formula. So we could say na R sub n is equal to F sub n, which is 457 MPa times area ng isang bolt, which is pi over 4. Ano ba yung diameter natin dito? Okay, na pinagamit sa problem. Okay? So yung diameter natin is 22, no? 22 mm. Okay? Solve natin 'yon, no? 22 mm. Okay? So 22 squared. Okay? So divide 1,000, okay? Para maging kilonewton. Okay? Now, gusto ko lang i-emphasize again, no? Yung given problem natin is a single shear, no? Single shear tayo. Hindi naman tayo double shear, no? So i-emphasize natin dito. Okay? Okay? And since strength lang siya ng single bolt, wala na tayong kailangan i-multiply dito na total number of bolts, no? So we already have the R sub n. So, okay? So ilan tong R sub n?
173.72065.
Point
72065.
065 kilonewton. Okay? Now, LRFD tayo, meaning we need R sub u. Okay? R sub u. So that is P times R sub n. Okay? Yung P for shear, alam niyo na to, no? It's 0.75. Okay? Times R sub n. Okay? So meron na tayong yung actual shear strength ng isang bolt, okay? Against shear failure. Okay? Sige, ilan to? Ilan to?
130.20.
Okay? 2 decimal na lang, point.
29.
Okay? 29 kilonewton. Sige. Now, ang question for next item, no? Yung last item natin is ano daw yung DCR? Okay? Ano daw yung DCR? So, ganun lang, no? In terms of DCR or advocacy, okay? That is simply ano no? Yung kung ano man yung due to load or yung reaction, i-divide mo lang doon sa strength or the available strength or yung capacity ng isang ano, okay? Okay? So, yeah. Capacity na lang siguro. Okay? Okay? So, basically, kung ano yung sa load, yung numerator, kung ano yung most stress volt, no? Yung most stress volt natin, yung volt 7, ito yung nag-burn na reaction, okay? Tapos i-equate lang natin siya, or sorry, i-divide lang natin by the actual capacity against shear, no? Ng isang volt, okay? Ng isang volt, which is ito, 130.29, okay? Then magkakaroon tayo ng ano, ng DCR, okay? Okay, so ilan tong DCR natin dito?
1.57.
Sorry, pakiulit.
1.57.
1.57. Okay? 1.57. Okay? So, as simple as that. Okay? Okay na? So, tapos na yung problem natin, no? Any question or clarification? Meron bang malabo on our calculations? So, highlight lang natin, no? Yung mga nag-burn. Okay? Ito yung most stress volt. Okay? Okay, sige. No questions? Tama ba?